That's fine. Yep, quick test. Everybody talk.
Hey, everybody, and so to say we're starting I Choose You in a major way.
Oh, boy.
In a major way. Third anniversary. Let's go.
Let me
St. Patrick's
play.
Day.
I'm going to play some audio just to see if that also works.
I'm not seeing any. Do I need to reboot the YouTube page? Because I'm not seeing us at all. Oh, there we are.
It's a big delay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about 20 seconds.
Which is fine. I think
Yeah,
that's
is
just
fine.
how it goes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It does.
DLC.
It does work. It's also kind of loud.
Yeah. Well, that was just particularly loud, but I think the voicemail should be fine.
Uh-oh, someone's here.
All right, I'm gonna close this out. Does everything sound like all right though? Are we good?
I think so. or you could start with the music.
Doing it live. Oh, we're here, everybody. Ooh, the chat is rolling in.
All right. So, Evan, do you wanna start with the music?
Oh, am I doing live music? Yeah.
Are we doing live music?
Here we go. It's gonna be
Alright.
it's gonna be an old theme song, but here we go.
This one's
Okay,
for the
that's
old
okay.
heads.
Yeah, I choose
Yeah, here it comes.
Oh, nope.
I can't hear it.
I can't either. Oh, this is great.
Going on.
Welcome to the
What's
show,
going on?
everybody. They can all hear us.
They can all hear us, and can they hear the song, or they're just listening to us trying to listen to something?
They're listening to us trying to listen to something, but
Yes.
Okay.
because I need to share my screen again, here we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Throwback.
choose you. Here we go.
Thanks.
Everybody wants to be a master chef. Everybody wants to show their skills in the kitchen. Everybody
In the kitchen.
wants to cook even faster. Make their way to the top of the grill.
It was fun recording this one.
Yeah.
Fry, gonna cook it just
Yeah.
a little bit
Well, this
better.
is when we were just like a grubby little thing back in the corner kind of situation.
It's a whole new place to eat. It's a whole new taste. With a brand new
Hell
recipe,
yeah.
but you still gotta chew them all and be the best that you can be.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the I Choose You 3rd anniversary spectacular live on this St. Patrick's Day 2022. My name is Jeremy Zielek. I'm the host and Alton Brown of the group. And joining me this week, as always, is...
Your friend on this show, Ben Montoya.
Ian Davis, the Colorado River of the show.
Oh, and
Oh,
you got
shit.
did you get a pure to match the background?
Better believe I did, except he,
Oh yeah.
at least I can't see it, but if it is there on the stream, I'll try.
Yeah, well,
And
I'll-
Evan Aubrey.
I forgot to crack my drink here.
Wow.
Hello, everybody. You can see our bright, shining faces. This is our first live show since our 100th anniversary spectacular, which was actually almost exactly a year ago, if I'm remembering correctly. So
Yeah.
The thing
March
that you're not
is.
remembering correctly, though, Jeremy, is that we had a live stream in between then.
Oh, what was that?
It was without you. It was the
Oh,
LaCroix
that's right.
boys.
Yep.
That's right. That was when I
special.
was in my car accident. So
Yeah.
I understand forgetting that.
Yeah.
But for the people, because we're recording this for a podcast version as well, so people who aren't watching live, it says I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon, where each week we randomly select a new Pokemon to discuss cooking and eating it, and we're doing something a little different. Usually we have a live. Not a live. What am I talking about? It's because we are live. Usually we
dead
have
podcast.
Yes. Usually we have a predisposed Pokemon, not podcast, that we try to cook and eat. We like think about it. We give it a full week of thought and attention.
Do we?
Especially Ian. We definitely don't text each other, oh, what Pokemon are we cooking 30 minutes before the show starts, and then we accidentally send them Googling things that they shouldn't. We've never done that in our life.
Nope.
But we're doing things a little differently this week. Mostly, we are going to do something. Before the show, we were talking about if there's any iron Pokemon, and there's one called Aaron. Or Aaron.
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 Yes, it's a real Key and Peele kind of sketch situation. But no, we're gonna do Aggron, which is the final evolution of Aaron. So we're gonna do a little thing called Aggron Chef America, where we get a Pokemon suggested by some of our lovely community members, and then we're going to have to use our improvisational skills and cooking abilities to come up with a on-the-fly recipe.
Before we get into that, do we want to discuss what beverages we're drinking, since this is a
Oh,
very
yes.
special moment?
This is
Yes.
very special. I've got a
Ian-
lime
oh,
and
sorry.
watermelon aha.
Is that
Ooh.
caffeinated?
No, not this one.
Okay.
I'm in watermelon.
It's a good combo.
Ben, what are you drinking?
Well, I had this beer sitting at the back of my fridge for a while because I do enjoy it, but I thought it was fitting to drink it today because of the last time we recorded and talked about beavers, right? I have for you a
Ooh.
Belching Beaver peanut butter stout.
That's a good one.
Nice.
Proudly sipping some beaver ass on
Yes.
this lovely St. Patrick's Day.
Yes. Ben has requested that I do a minimal of embarrassing St. Patrick's Day related like voices. So
You
we'll
get, like,
definitely
three.
Okay. What should I start the show by saying? Top of the evening to you.
Definitely.
There's
not.
one.
Yes. Ian, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm starting off for the first course with a pure LaCroix. I don't know if it's more fun to like make it a mystery. I got the other two sitting next to me.
Oh, two. Wow.
The next time that Jeremy does his Irish
Happy
voice, you can
3
crack
years.
the next one.
Cheers to
And
many
then that
Every-
way we can keep track.
Every time Jeremy does a voice, take a drink.
Hey,
I'm ready.
boys,
An
you'll be under the table. Well, I've got some Sandia hard cider for living in the land of enchantment, and it comes in the variety pack at Albertsons. Highly recommended if you're in Albuquerque or Santa Fe. I don't know if it goes any further than that, but it comes at my highest recommendation. So yeah, we're gonna including Agron Chef America, if you will. We've got a bunch of other stuff, including your voicemails sent in to us. You're going to hear your lovely voices on the show tonight. And Ben, I've heard you've cooked up quite the quiz for us about let's say, the world of video games.
I
And,
have. It's going to be fun. Yeah.
Yes.
And Ben, before we get into the rest of tonight's shenanigans, can you tell everybody a little bit about where our donations are going to this evening?
Yeah. So you might see in the stream that there is a opportunity to donate. And all of the proceeds for that is going to the website Voices of Children, which is an organization in Ukraine that has been helping children since 2015, I believe, who have been affected by the ongoing war. So, we're all here to like laugh and have fun, but like, we're all also trying to do something a little bit good out of it. And so if you feel inclined tonight along the way to donate, that's where your donations will be going. So think about that while you're enjoying tonight's program.
And
if
shout
you're
out to Connor and Chef Jillian, who already donated $5 each.
Hey, nice. And yeah, if you've got something, if you have a drink pairing for tonight that you want to share, or other things that you want to tell us about during the show, use the chat. The chat's fun. If you're listening to the audio version of it, you can't. So this is more reason
You
to
can read
be
the
here.
chat post live.
Yeah.
So Evan, speaking of the chat, there's people are wondering if you can make the chat appear more directly on the video itself, since you are a master.
should.
So
It
it's
should
not
be.
popping up right now.
Oh, well, there's nobody up there. Like, I think it's weird. It like happens as people are typing things.
Yeah.
So we need to
So-
type more.
Yeah, everyone
We
just
need more people in this chat is what
Yes,
the real
slow it
issue
up.
is.
Yes. Again, everyone tell your friends and family about this. It's for a good cause, and it'll be a fun time. So, Ben, to start off, Agron Chef America, I think you wanted to start with a voicemail to get us rolling into this bit.
Yeah, so actually this is a cool part of tonight. We were not sure what we were going to do. We wanted to mix it up a little bit, and we approached our Discord mods, Helen and Duchess Taco, who concocted something that we don't know what it is. We're gonna hear the announcement of this for the first time, and once Evan gets that lined up, then we will go. We're gonna listen via voicemail. I haven't edited this, so this is just gonna be like straight off the cuff.
All right,
Hey,
here we go.
Icy Crew. I'm sorry for everything I'm putting you through this evening.
Good evening, Icy Crew, and good evening, Choosies. Moderator Allie here. This is a momentous occasion, our 3rd anniversary of cooking and eating Pokemon. I may have only been around the I Choose You community for about a third of that time, but you all have been such a light through these strange times, and I'm so thankful that I've gotten to know you all through this last year. Helen and I have been putting a lot of thought into what our species of choice would be for this episode, for you all are coming up with recipes on the fly. We considered having you cook cacti, or candles, weirdly humanoid dogs, or tiny manta rays, before we discovered a glaring omission by the randomizer. An entire subset of Pokemon has been missed in these episodes, and then there's some really popular ones too. Once we found out that oversight, we knew what we had to do.
My God, the drama.
Introducing
Oversight.
the I Choose You Evolution Extravaganza! Our challenge to you,
Oh.
Icy Crew, is to cook with any of these Pokemon. The super cute mascot that wants to snuggle forever, Eevee. The mermaid dog, Vaporeon. The lightning fox, Jolteon. The pile of fluff that will burn you alive, Flareon. The psychic Nekomata, Espeon. The black cat with poisonous skin, Umbreon. The verdant fox, Leafeon. The icy cat with scarf ears, Glaceon. And last but not least, trans rights in Pokemon form, Sylveon. You'll get bonus points from me if you can incorporate more than one of these Pokemon into your recipes. Good luck.
Ooh.
All right.
I guess I should
thanks
say
so-
also the other kicker of this is that you, listener, get to decide this time who the winner is. I have a poll that I will make public when we are all done discussing, and you can make your voice heard. It won't just be us squabbling over 4
Yes.
votes.
over 4 pitiable votes that we have to scrimp and save and share amongst each other. So, Agron Chef America this week, the guy from John Wick 3, I can't remember his name now. He's like, your meal this time is going to be made with, and then the giant thing lifts up, and it's evolutions. They're all laid out in front of you, and like the camera zooms around them, and you have to start cooking with them. Does anyone have a hot take to start out with, or you know what, Ian? Is your name this week related to anything?
Well, pre-show we were talking about what I was like, what's a famous streamer I can be this week? You know, as the guest on the show. Couldn't think of any, so I just typed in famous streams, and Colorado River, one of the top 10 trout streams in the United States.
Most famous stream. It's so famous it became a river.
Oh my God.
But I also do have my recipe ready to go if you guys.
Oh,
Whoa, holy shit. Oh my God.
Wow.
I
Ian,
think
you're
you just had a brain
thinker.
blast over there.
Yeah, I think Ian listened to this beforehand.
It
okay.
just so happens when you like think up a recipe 5 minutes before, weeks on end, you just get really good.
You're on it.
You've been training for this.
Yeah.
Also, thank you, Duchess Taco, for the super generous donation.
Yes. And
Yes.
Speaking of which, Duchess Taco was the person on that voicemail.
Yes. Do we want to read some Bulbapedia like entries to like get a little more familiar with this? Give us the rest of us like Galaxy Brain folks like a chance to think about this.
I would time box it a little bit so we don't have too much time to think.
Yes, but Ben, what you can tell us some fun facts about like Vaporeon or whatever.
I mean, I can't go that fast, but like first thing is I just looked up Eevee. And you know, it says it's usually only found in cities and towns, which I didn't really think about.
Interesting.
However, it is said to have an irregularly shaped genetic structure that is easily influenced by its environment. This allows it to evolve into a variety of to a variety of habitats by evolving. So Eevee can potentially evolve into 8 different evolutions. And Eevee's genes are believed to have the key to solving the mysteries of Pokemon evolutions.
Oh, interesting.
have,
So
like, a
that just
dino
sounds like the
DNA.
exactly. I was just gonna say it's like Jurassic Park where the fucking dino DNA comes on and is like, we put frogs in these dinosaurs, and that's how they can eventually reproduce because they swap like genders halfway through their lives, kind of situation. So when I'm looking at Eevee, and this is something we haven't talked about because interestingly, has it come up at all? We just missed out on it. Would you say Eevee looks like a fox specifically as like its base animal kind of situation?
Mm,
I would always think dog, more like a dog.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
like
have
a
such a big
Yeah.
snoot.
it's like a dog with a dumb haircut.
Yeah, like a poodle.
Or like kind of like a cat too, I guess. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I guess maybe like a cross between a cat and a dog. Like it
Yes.
has like pet vibes. For
Yeah,
sure.
it does. It's probably I was thinking about it. Is some people in chat are kind of like talking about it as either kind of a dog or a cat kind of situation. And I feel definitely that the dog / cat element makes it. That's why it's so popular. That's why it's kind of always talked up in the Pokemon world.
Mm.
So, but I want to hear from Ian. He said he had his recipe just in his
go
back
for it.
pocket. So, Ian, I want to hear it. What is it?
Sure. So, first thing I did was pull up the line, and I'm looking at them and seeing like, who's like, who am I gonna chow down on tonight? I go to my pantry, I open it up, I got like one of each just hanging in the pantry, and I'm like, ooh, I'll pull down this one and this one, this one. First thing I thought when I looked at Umbreon, the rings. Have you guys ever had those like pinwheel chips? There's like a vendor walking down pushing his cart down the street, and you get like a big like gallon bag of those pinwheels, and they put the hot sauce on it.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know how specific to New Mexico this is. Probably very. But that's where we're gonna make some. It's actually chicharrones de harina is what it's called. And so we're gonna use the skin of the Umbreon to make our chicharrones de harina. So for those of you who have not had this delicious snack, basically they look like, I don't know what to fucking say, they look like pinwheels. And they're crispy and they're really light, kind of, have a nice crunch, crisp to them.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what you need. A cup of dry flour chicharrones. But in this case, of course, you're cutting out the Umbreon rings. You're going to need a lot of them for this.
A lot of Umbreon rings.
Yeah. You need some vegetable oil, fresh lime juice, a good spicy topping, which I'll get to that in a minute. But you take a large pot, add your oil, and once the oil is nice and hot, you're dropping the rings in to basically deep fry them, flash fry them. And then you pull them out and pat them down dry, let them cool. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, once you got those wheels, you're just deep frying the skin, drenching it in flour or whatever. And then squeeze the fresh lime juice on top. And then we're actually going to take some Flareon castoreum.
Not again.
You're just gonna include that in every recipe now, aren't you?
Yeah.
How could I not? I mean, it's
right there.
It's a fluid we've been not utilizing. I don't know, maybe it doesn't have to be the castoreum. It could be its blood or whatever, the spicy, wherever the spice is in the Flareon.
Yes. So here's the thing that kind of trips me out. I mean, I don't want to keep beleaguering this beaver anal gland thing, but I just I'm so surprised that it's not more common knowledge, right? It seems like one of those things that they should have beaver cartoon beavers on bottles of vanilla extract or something like
the bottle of honey that's a bear, but it's just a beaver.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a beaver and you squeeze it out its ass.
Yeah, this should be more kids should be taught this in schools, right? This should be part of the fucking French beaver trade of 1817 or something.
Yeah, forget trappers.
Yes, it's all about that vanilla extract. Well, Ben, the only thing I know about vanilla extract from school is when I was in my home ec class and people tried to break into the baking room to steal it to get drunk. So it's definitely, maybe if we put that sign up, it would like dissuade hooligans from doing such a nasty thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, all right. Got Flareon hot sauce. You put that up. So, put your pinwheels after they've cooled. You know, you got the lime juice, stick them in a big gallon bag. You put some hot sauce in there. You shake it up. And you have like a nice snack. I'm picturing like, this is classic. Like we're kind of approaching summer, kind of on our way. So you went up to the food truck or the vendor. Yeah. But mentally, I'm there.
Snowed today.
I'm ready.
I can't tell you how much I need to get away from school right fucking now. So it's summertime.
Summer's a state of mind, Jeremy.
You got your bag, you're walking down the street, but now you're thirsty.
Oh shit.
So gotta wash it down with a wonderful Glaceon blue raspberry fucking slushy.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Like you're walking into 7-Up, you go up to the slushy machine, or not 7-Up, 7-Eleven, that's the store.
Yeah, you walk into a giant
You walk into a giant 7-Up. You walk into 7-Eleven, you go up to the slushy machine, and right there is just a Glaceon, just like ass first, and you just pull the tail, and...
I thought it would be like, you know how those like, they have those weird like turning things? I thought you just like put a Glaceon in the blue one, and a Flareon in the red one, and they just like turn around and the juices come out.
Like a fucking washing machine.
Yes.
So that, my friends, is my recipe.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
You downed that pure one pretty quick.
The chat wants to jump in with some suggestions for the title of this recipe.
Okay.
First, we have Funyon. Then Edward says Funyunbrion, and then Connor finally whittles it down to Funbrion.
I think Funbrion has to be it.
So we'll go there. You know, I thought for a second I thought you were gonna go like Umbreon rings. You're gonna fry those, and it's gonna be like, you know, like onion rings that you get like at a Sonic, or maybe like it's Sonic's rings that he collects in the video game franchise kind of situation.
Oh, good. Connor says they had a corner store up the street from them that used to be a 7-Up store. So I'm not crazy.
I'm not crazy. It's like you travel around America looking for the one star called 7-Up to let you in. All
like
right,
finding the last Blockbuster.
Yes, Ben, do you have an idea for a recipe now, or are you still pondering it over?
I've got something if you're still pondering too.
Yes, Evan, why don't you kick us off for the next part?
All right. Well, it's kind of fitting because I come to you with a palate cleanser, right?
Palate town cleanser.
Yeah, a palate town cleanser. Once you've scarfed down Ian's recipe, and you're preparing for the next, so we're gonna make ourselves a little bit of a mint sorbet using so you get your Leafeon, basically chop the tail right off. That's your mint, right?
Hell yeah.
You gotta chop that up into nice little bits. And the sorbet, of course, naturally comes from the Glaceon. Right. So you get all of that, and you have to mix those two things together.
Oh, I have a question. What part of the Glaceon do you think would make them best, like ice, you know, like starting? Because we talked about the icy, and we're just throwing it in there.
Yeah.
But what body part do you think is the best place to start with it?
Well, so that's the thing is I don't know that it itself is inherently just ice, right? Like I think
I guess not.
It is the icy machine. It is the thing that makes the ice.
You pull on its weird like dangly bits, and it like shoots ice out of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing is, unfortunately, this week I'm not entirely cooking the whole hog, but I hope using 2 of them is a good consolation.
Yes. I mean, look, cooking 9 at once. How many are there? 9? Eevee, and then there's the first 3, the second 3.
There's 9.
2. So I guess there's...
Yeah.
That's 9, right? Yes, Ian?
I was going to say, I think the ice is all in the bangs.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You just shave its head, and it's slush.
Evan, what I like about your recipe is that it reminds me of frequently on Iron Chef America, and for our aspect, Agron Chef America, is that when they get it out and it's like the guy from John Wick 3 is like, the secret recipe, and then he like points at it and the thing comes up and the camera spin around and it's like a giant wheel of Parmesan cheese.
Yes.
And like the competitor chef is like, I don't know what to make, because you have to make 4 courses. You have to make a dessert, and they're always like, I don't know what to do with dessert, and they always just put it in the gelato machine.
Yeah, they
to
do.
see what comes out. And it frequently, it frequently doesn't work. But I do think that the Glaceon and like variety of other like evolutions that we can use really makes it pretty exciting.
Yeah, they can all fit in the they can all fit in the sorbet machine.
Yes, together.
Plenty of room. I also like the Leafeon mint flavoring. The like shade of green that Leafeon is giving me very mint vibes. So,
right? Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yes. There's a very roiling debate in the chat about Edward loves Leafeon, and he doesn't like that we're mangling it, and the chat's letting them know that it's just we're just snipping out its leaves for this one. It's not going all the way into the grave.
Into the mulcher.
Yes.
And I bet I'd make an argument that Leafeon is kind of like a lizard, like the tail grows back.
I would think.
Ah.
That
makes sense.
It probably knows photosynthesis, so
Yes.
can grow back its leafy bits.
Yes. Ben, you said you had something cooking up.
I do.
For Agron Chef America. What do you got this week?
Okay, so I feel like I have to just fully maybe disclaim this, but the evolutions idea was not. It was in Duchess Taco's recipe, right? So like I kind of was thinking about evolutions already, like this week.
Insider knowledge.
Inside baseball.
But I was thinking back to what we were talking about with this conversation of is it a cat or a dog? And I'm thinking maybe the best way to go with this is to make it a hot dog, you know?
Oh.
And also I'm looking...
a hot dog a sandwich debate is like, is it a cat or a dog of the animal world?
I also am like looking at this, you know, I have a picture of like evolutions with like Eevee in the center. So I'm like trying to get the color palette too. And it's also giving me like condiments, you know, like we got our mustard and our lettuce, our, you know, ketchup and like relish, you know.
It's a full service like ballpark ready to go meal.
Yeah. I'm a little bit like struggling with how to make the Pokemon into condiments, but what I'm thinking is obviously for our, you know, hot dog, we use the mulcher. We use the food grinder to like grind up the Eevee meat, so that's going to be our hot dog.
So you're saying the hot dog as a base is just straight, like just regular Eevee?
Yes, the hot dog is made of Eevee meat.
Got it. Okay.
So the relish part of this is a little easier. I think we can take off like little bits of the Leafeon and like pickle them, which I guess is a little bit closer to a sauerkraut than it is a relish necessarily, because it's not a pickle. But you know, maybe you can like cut it with some pickles. Do like a pickle and sauerkraut like relish. For the Flareon, it's not, I mean, like, again, like, it's not a one-to-one kind of catch-up situation, but maybe what we could do is, like, dehydrate it into a powder form.
Ketchup, powdered ketchup, like the kind they take into space or something.
Yeah. Maybe the like material that is making up its like flame tail sort of thing, we can like chop off the tail and like dry it out and mix it into some ketchup, because that sounds delicious.
Nice.
So like a spicy ketchup.
Yes.
Ooh, there you go. Okay. Alley-oop.
I think someone in the chat said Glaceon Takis ketchup. That was Edward.
Glaceon Takis ketchup? I
Yes.
don't know what Takis is, or Takis ketchup is.
You know, like Takis, the little like spicy snack. You
They make
grind that up.
ketchup?
I
Yeah,
think
Grind it up, put it in your ketchup, and that's essentially
Yes.
what you have.
I think what Ed's referring to is have you seen the blue Takis?
Oh
No.
yeah,
Oh.
that crime against nature.
Yeah, my kids fucking gobble it up.
Okay.
Wait, are those real? I thought that was like a internet like Photoshop meme.
That is not real. They're not fake. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's terrifying.
According to Ian, the line is so thin that you can hardly tell the difference between real and fake these days.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the dehydrating route for the Jolteon too to make our mustard. It's
Mhm.
gonna give us a little extra zing. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah.
I think maybe for the Umbreon we can like snap off its little like tail and ears that are forming those kind of like weird like potato looking things, and we can grind that up into pepper. I think we can put some pepper on this hot dog.
Interesting.
I'm struggling with the other ones, the cooler tone evolutions. I did prior to like really landing on this. I did, out of curiosity, search dessert hot dogs just to see what was out there. It's usually more people trying to make something that looks like a hot dog with like a banana and like like chocolate syrup and stuff like that. I don't want that shit. I want like a
So you're
hot
saying
dog.
people are like you walking down the streets of Chicago and you're like, I could go for one Chicago dog. And you go to a vendor and he's like, one hot dog, please. And it's like the Joker. And he gives you it, but it's made out of a banana. And he's like, I got you. And he like throws down a smoke bomb and runs away.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to trick you. I want to give you the full dog, the whole dog, and nothing but the dog, right?
I really like the idea of like a sweet hot dog take. I could totally see you like getting some sort of like a Belgian waffle bun hot dog and then maple syrup.
But it's
good,
it's
right?
not a hot dog,
Shit.
it's a sausage, it's a breakfast sausage.
Yeah, breakfast
yeah.
sausage. There you go.
Wow.
That'd be
Okay.
pretty good.
That might have cracked the code. But the reason why I was looking up dessert sausages or hot dog is because I wanted to incorporate like Sylveon or Espeon as like kind of like a whipped cream or like a sprinkle or something. But that doesn't necessarily. I guess. Okay. Whoa. Okay. How about this? You take Ian's Belgian waffle bun Eevee dog, and you put a big scoop of ice cream on it. That's from the Glaceon. You put a big thing of whipped cream along the sides, and that's the Sylveon, like out of its ribbons or something. I don't know. And then like you just snip off the little tail on the Espeon, and that's like your sprinkles right on top.
Oh, nice.
And you have yourself like a waffle cone hot dog.
Hot dog. Okay. All right.
So are you proposing you're gonna serve like I ordered this at the Sonic and they come out in the States and it's like you get one savory and one sweet?
Yes. I mean, I
And-
think that like if I was gonna market this, it would be like like a split screen kind of like feel, and on the one side you're
I
like,
see.
oh, Johnny likes his hot dog like with ketchup on it. And she's like, and then
Gee,
like, his-
Johnny, why'd your mom give you 2 wieners?
It's like Susie loves the ice cream dog here at Sonic, and then they're like, they like get their stuff, and the parents like, okay, here you go, and like it like goes off to the side in the car.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
And then
like
you, and then you cut to later, and the car is just really sticky in the background because it's covered with ketchup and whipped
Like
cream.
kind of
I can't stop thinking about the Choco Taco now.
Yeah.
Man.
Zoo tight.
Yes, Ian.
I think I might have missed how you use Vaporeon. Or did you not?
I didn't.
Because I
Called him out.
I have a recommendation if you need one.
No, I got it. If you're okay, well, I'll hear yours in just a second. You're at that Sonic and you just got your savory and sweet hot dogs that you just passed off to your kids, and then you're like, all right, give me the real shit, and they give you a Vaporeon ocean water, freshly
Yes, like
squeezed.
The blue
Nice.
drink that you get at a Sonic.
Ocean water.
Guys, have the Sonic ads gone down in quality?
Where have
Did
the
they get-
Sonic ad guys gone?
I was gonna say, did they can them? Like, no one's going
Well,
to
I mean-
Sonic during a pandemic, so they just couldn't
I don't know.
afford
Sonic
to
sounds
keep
like
them
a
around.
great restaurant to go to in a pandemic because you don't have to leave
Yeah.
your car.
Oh, true.
That's true.
But also, I don't watch live television anymore, so it's hard to say. Ian, are you stretching or do you have a question?
Both.
Okay.
Okay.
That's how funny the shit I am. I have to say this. You're at Giovanni's. You order your sweet and savory dogs, and then let's slop them up.
Slop them up.
They can't stop you from ordering a hot dog and a Vaporeon.
Who do you think we are? We're nice guys. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah. Please, guys, no sloppy.
I'm surprised that there
Sloppy
hasn't
dogs.
been more sloppy steaks on this show, honestly.
I'm doing my best.
Yeah, they said no, Ben. That's why.
Yes.
Yeah, we used to be
Well,
pieces of shit.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
pieces of shit anymore. Actually, 3 years have passed and we're not pieces of shit.
Yeah.
So
No,
we don't do sloppy
theoretically,
steaks.
and I don't want to be rude to any 3-year-olds in the audience, but being 3 sounds like when you're like, that's an age when you're an individual, when you're probably one of the biggest pieces of shit because you're like, you don't have like a sense, you don't really have a sense of morality and you just kind of do whatever, but you can now talk and like have like fine motor movements. So you can break things.
So you're saying that our sloppy steaks era is just ahead of us?
Oh, absolutely.
Now that we're 3 years old, we can be the biggest pieces of shit that we can possibly be.
Yes.
The
all right,
baby's worried that people can't change.
Yes.
Man, I can't. That sketch is so good. Anyway.
All right. I've got a thing, and it's based on one of my favorite dishes from a local restaurant in town. And it's kind of similar to Ben's, though I won't say that I was listening to Ben and I was like, oh, I'll just steal that. But what I want to do is I want to take the base Eevee as kind of our like main meat, and then I want to use the other Eevees as kind of a garnish to it, if you will. So what we're going to prepare today is a jerk Eevee sandwich.
Ooh,
And how we're going to do that is we're going to get the Eevee, and we're going to just slice that boy up and into nice little strips. And then we're going to create a overnight spice marinade, and we're going to do that with the dried Flareon tail and Jolteon. We're going to mix that together with some vinegar, some hot sauce, some cilantro, garlic, other things like that. We're going to make a marinade with that. We're going to let the Eevee soak in that overnight. All right, so we'll put that aside. I'm going to put this jerk chicken sandwich on kind of like a slice of flatbread. And this is where the Umbreon comes back in. So Ian obviously talked about the Umbreon's rings. So what I'm presupposing is if we get enough Umbreon rings, we can make a flatbread by kind of forming them into like a more solid surface. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So you can you get one, and then you get the other one, and you cut it and you curl it a bit so it fits on top of each other, that kind of situation. And what we're going to do is we're going to basically get that together, put a little flour, a little egg, a little dough in between to make sure it all sticks together. And then we're going to fry that up real quick so it's nice and congealed, so it's one thing. And then we're going to use our Leafeon as the kind of like the vegetable component of the jerk chicken sandwich. So we're going to snip off its tails and its greenery, put that on the jerk chicken sandwich. We're going to get our jerk chicken. We're going to grill it up, and we're going to put it there. Now we're going to serve it with a side of fries. So we're going to have, we're going to get the Sylveon, and we're going to take its ribbons. And what I'm presupposing is that we just fry those babies up, those ribbons, and you get kind of a little bit of like the shoestring fry kind of situation. Maybe we kind of shred them, so we get that nice thin, crunchy fry experience that will really soak up the juices that kind of come off our sandwich if we eat above it situation. And bada bing, bada boom, you got a jerked Eevee sandwich, and that's my recipe.
Nice. I do want to call out, Jeremy, that the fans are immediately just saying you stole Ben's recipe from episodes ago.
No. Oh, from episodes ago?
Episodes ago.
Well, I mean, we've talked about this before, but I think we've done jerk chicken and jerk animals in other contexts too. I'm not going to claim ownership of
I mean,
whatever.
I'm not
jerk.
accusing. I'm just relaying a message.
Okay.
Look, I got this message from the chat. When you watch Iron Chef, you're not like, oh, they made a fucking like filet mignon, how unoriginal kind of situation.
What else are they gonna put in the ice cream machine?
Yeah. They're like, oh, look, they're baking something. Ugh, kind of situation. Now, the judges might disagree. Mo Rocca might sit down and be like, I've
My
had
God.
this before.
Steps off the set of Sunday Morning and onto Iron
Yes.
Chef America. and-
This
God.
does
So
this does raise an important question, which we've always known that the show is for the fans and not the critics. But what happens
Yes.
when the fans become the critics?
no, we fall apart.
Man, maybe this is the hard part about getting old and growing up, because like we've had people who have been listening for like a solid 3 years now. Now they're our
Yes.
biggest critics. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They know
It's
know
not for
us
them.
too well. They know us. They know our minds too well. They're like the Riddler.
I mean, we knew at like season 2 that our fans were gonna surpass us, right?
It's
Yes.
like it's true. Yeah, we
The-
y'all are very creative and
the
have
final
long
episode-
memories.
The final episode of the show, the fans cook and eat us.
Yes.
Yeah. That's how we
Whoa.
go.
And they get our powers.
Yeah.
Like in Heroes.
And then I
Exactly.
Choose 2 takes over.
Yes, exactly. Yes, this feed then becomes I choose 2, and there is
Yeah.
no more I choose you. It's over.
Well, we have that looking. Well, Gen 9 coming out this year. I think we've got a long road ahead of us. I was always going to say a long road to hoe, like the gardening metaphor, but that's not what that means. But I think we've accomplished Agron Chef America, and so Ben, can you put the poll up, and then I'll recap our recipes while we're doing that. And the chat was wondering, do I actually remember this or do I write it down? I don't write it down, and I try to remember what people say. Sometimes I fail. So from Ian Davis, it's fried Eevee, like kind of chicharrones that look like pinwheels. Am I getting that correctly? Umbreon, yes. Umbreon chicharrones that look like pinwheels. From Evan, we have a sorbet made out of Leafeon and Glaceon. From Ben, we have what you should call kind of I don't know if you've landed on the 2 different hot dogs that
Savory and sweet hot dog experience.
Yes,
is
the
what I'm-
double dog experience from Ben kind of situation. And from me, you have a jerk Eevee sandwich. So we'll throw out the poll. Ben, do you have the poll ready? Are you going to post it in the chat that we can
just send it to the chat.
Okay.
Hopefully it's accessible to everyone. I don't exactly know.
Did it?
Um,
Which chat did it go into?
I put it in the YouTube chat, but I don't know if it like appeared as the most graceful link.
I don't
just
see
copy paste it
I
like
don't
in
see
the
it.
olden days.
Ben, I don't see it.
Yeah. I'll do it again.
No, send it here, and I can make it a.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
wait, no, I can make it a YouTube poll. Hold on.
Yeah.
The-
Oh, okay.
Second.
Yeah.
And they do make a good point in the comments, which is Evan is apparently tall, so there's more to eat.
Oh, right.
I
That's
win.
This is how you win.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
turn on my
I'm
light, too. I'm
Posting it in the YouTubes right now. Should be up.
Yeah, Ben. Why do you got to live in darkness? I thought it was daylight savings time now.
I'm trying
And
to.
And we're voting in this poll too, right?
We can
Like-
also
Yep.
vote in this poll. You
Oh,
just got to
okay.
click the thing.
Oh, and you can see the results live.
Oh wow! It's things are changing. Well,
Ooh.
we've got 3 votes in, and we've got 2 for Jeremy, 1 for Ben. Who will be the winner?
Oh man, it's
Ooh.
coming in.
Oh, it looks like no one will have us outright majority for this
We're gonna have to have a
poll.
runoff.
Ooh. Jamman first. Evan and Ben tied for second. Ian is in fourth.
I don't know, is narrating it the best because they can see that live and you're narrating it in the past?
Well, well, all I'm saying is that this is also for the
For the audio listeners.
The audio version. I'd be like, oh, I'm kind of looking at the poll. Things are changing. Looks like it's settled down at 8 volts. 8 volts.
8 volts.
Yes, 8
Straight
votes.
to the nips.
Yes. So if you haven't voted yet in the poll, I highly recommend doing so. We've got 10 votes, and it's pretty. I've got 40%. Evan, Ian, and Ben are tied for second. So, all right.
All right, that's everybody.
All right. So with 11 votes, I'm the winner, Mon.
Oh,
Thanks, everybody.
Wow.
Do you think that's just because that's the one they remembered what it was? He's the last one.
Hey, that's why I do the recap. It's important to recall because usually there's a lot of bullshit that we have to get through.
That's true.
Kind of situation. Excellent. Thanks everyone for voting. It was great to have you as a part of the show live. Now we're going to move on to everyone's favorite segment. And this week it's a very special segment of Whale Lord's Mail Horde, where we read your comments, questions, and recipes sent in live. But you're not going to read them. They're going to be said by you, the listener.
We do have a couple to read, actually.
Oh,
Or
okay.
we have a couple that are non-audio.
Do you want to start with those?
Sure, I can read this one that
And I'll get all set up.
Yeah. This is from Trex, I think, is what they landed on. And they emailed and says, "Hey guys, Trex here. I haven't written in a while, but I'm still listening. Here's a long recipe I made to celebrate catching up on the show, but decided to sit on until a bigger occasion. This one's special since most of the ingredients are sourced from my own collection of shiny Pokemon. For today's recipe, may I present you with marinated barbaricle? Barbaricle?
Is that how it's pronounced? I don't know.
I don't know. In salted lemon, alchemy butter, and amungus oil,
Nice.
and some 14-year aged roserade flour and trevenant sap tea.
Cool.
Luckily for my collection, the majority of my ingredients are sourced ethically and harmlessly, with one exception, the main course. I do not like barbaricle, and am so fully willing to part with the one I acquired from an alternate dimension. To start, I take the barbaricle and have it use shell smash, easily removing the solid rock adorning its body, leaving only the fully edible flesh. From here, I chop it up, separating and discarding the hard and likely sandy heads, hands, and feet, as well as removing the tough outer skin. The remaining The remaining few pounds of barbaricle are then placed into a marinade of the juice of the sour/bitter weepier berry and some shiny amungus oil. Let marinate for several hours and overnight. While the barbaricle is marinating, I get to work on the cold brewed tea. Take out my shiny roserade, my first shiny, and has been with me. He's my first shiny and has been with me since 2008.
Wow.
Oh my god.
You're no
Due to
longer
his-
2000 late.
Due to his age, his flowers have developed a complex and refined flavor, which, while still rose-like, is unlike any flavor you've had before. I carefully harvest only the best petals from his flowers and place them aside. Next, I take my shiny trevenant and set up a tap into its bark. This is harmless in small quantities and feels no worse than a pinch. From the tap, I gather up some revenant sap. Revenant sap typically is intense and oaky, but shiny trevenant has a much more subtle and sweet yet peppery birch water-like taste. Combine the trevenant water with the roserade petals and allow to cold steep in the fridge until the barbaricle is ready. Wow, there's a lot to this recipe. The next day, I take the final few steps. First, I take 2 of my several shiny G-Max alchemy, specifically
the
my
giant alchemy.
specifically my salted cream and lemon cream flavored ones, and use their cream as well as a couple trimmed shiny Verizian leaves for a kick of legendary Sword of Justice flavor to make a fresh salted lemon herb butter. Next, I take the barbaricle out of the marinade and steam it in shiny floatzel water for 2 minutes, just the water. The barbaricle is then removed from the marinade and steamed for about 2 minutes before being plated with the salted lemon herb butter and some trimmed shiny snivy and tortera leaves as garnish. The cold brewed tea is removed from the fridge, given a quick frost by my shiny Glaceon's icy wind, and served.
Hell yeah.
Behold, your sparkling dinner is served. The I don't know why I read it that way.
Behold.
The barbaricle, like common goose barnacles, should have a sweet and lobstery flavor, while the tea should be deep purple with a complex and flory, yet subtly sweet and minty and almost peppery flavor that should have the added ghostly benefit of lingering in your mouth and clearing out any oceanic scents once you finish your meal. The full list of shinies used are as follows, and then they list all of them, which is a lot. You're a very talented shiny hunter, I might say.
A lot.
To wrap up your meal, I present you with a small bag of roserade petals to brew 2 to 3 cups of tea at home, as well as a cup and bowl set made of the rocks from the barbaricle, which have been carved out and treated to remove any oceanic scents. If you wish to prepare this at home with some non-shiny and easier to come by ingredients, substitute all shinies with standard variants, replace the Verizian leaves, swap the Amogus oil with truffle oil, or drop altogether, and swap the Weephairberry with lemon. Here's to another 3 years of cooking and eating Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Thanks so much for writing in. Trex, very complicated recipe, but thanks. We appreciate sharing that with our live audience right now.
I gotta ask, Trex, how did you get so many? Because as someone, I was talking to Jeremy about this, as someone who's played Pokemon for the majority of my time on this earth, I've never encountered a shiny Pokemon.
I haven't
Never?
either.
Nope.
Never.
Neither have I.
Oh, whoa.
And
It was only
unless the
recently that it
game
happened to me.
forces.
Like it was playing Sword that it happened to me for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless it was like the Arceus thing where it's like, oh, here's a side quest where you actually get the they say, oh, look, shinies exist. I've never seen one, and it's a random number generator. So and I haven't done the thing where I like do soft resets to like try to get things, but I've
seen a
so
few
lucky.
in Arceus. Actually, I've seen more shinies in playing Arceus than I have in like any other game. But yeah.
Damn.
All right. Do we have any other reading emails that you want us to do, Ben?
There's another one that one that we can kind of quickly go through from Amy, but I think Amy also sent us a voicemail.
They did. So why don't we move on to the voicemail portion of the show? And whose voicemail are we going to start with? We're going to start with Allie's recipe after she announced the Pokemon we are cooking. So let's hear Allie's voicemail there, Evan.
Yep.
Hi again, Icy Crew. I can't expect you to take on this challenge without taking it on myself. That'd be silly of me. So let's cook up a pile of evolutions. We can start off by boiling a pot of Vaporeon's water, which is the purest in the world as it can become water, lightly salted over a fire fueled by Flareon. Add some spaghetti noodles to the pot and boil to al dente. After this, heat a pan with oil, saute some onion, followed by garlic, followed by some Leafeon fronds until cooked down. Add a squirt of lemon juice to our Leafeon spinach, then add that to the pasta along with some olive oil, more lemon juice, and Parmesan cheese. Once you've removed the Leafeon spinach, add some slices of Umbreon belly to the pan, sourced from a reputable poke butcher, and brown the meat until cooked through. Then add that to your pasta mixture for a lovely light pasta dish. On to dessert. I'm choosing to believe that Sylveon's ribbons are pure sugar instead of the Pokedex statement that they're flesh because it's easier. Gently heat a heavy bottom pot on low heat and add down your broken down Sylveon ribbons to the pot. along with Espion's head jewel and Glaceon's headscarves, since those are also sugar. Also add in some more Vaporeon water, a little bit of corn syrup, and a little bit of salt. Cook down until melted thoroughly but not burning. Then bring that sugar mixture into your preheated cotton candy machine powered by Jolteon's electricity. Spin that sugar mixture around a stick and you'll have a lovely, mostly purple tinted thing of cotton candy. That's all, eh? Evolutions. Couldn't get the little one in, but that's okay. Have a good night.
Thanks. Thanks so much for sending your voicemail. I like that you presuppose that everyone has a cotton candy machine ready to go.
Just ready to go.
Just sitting around.
Presupposition of a different kind.
All right.
Excellent. Let's hear this next voicemail from Helen.
Hey, hi y'all. Cheers for 3 years of the podcast, guys. What an accomplishment. I'm gonna bring a quick recipe for Sawsbuck to the table since you guys haven't covered that or deerling yet. But the reason why I chose Sawsbuck is because it's a deer, and big mountain animals remind me of when I spent my summer in 2019 in Colorado, which is right about when I started to listen to this show. That's where I met Ed, and Ed was like, you know, one of your first fans, one of your biggest fans. And when I had Twitter, that's when I like found your show and started listening, and now here we are, like 3 years later, and I actually just checked my journal entries from like 2 years ago, and that's how long it's been since I met up with Ben and Jill in New York when I was auditioning for grad school, and now I'm literally preparing to graduate. At the time, I didn't understand that, like, this is just full tea. I did not understand why Ben wanted to leave New York so bad after he graduated, but now that I'm nearing the end of my degree, I am ready to move home back to the Yeehaw state, Texas, and just chill out, because New York is a lot, and I'm sure Ben can fill you in on that, but just, I get it. I totally get it now, but...
It's the greatest city in the world.
Yeah, so... In Colorado, one of the things that I ate, and I remember being like, this is a new experience for me, is bison enchiladas, like enchiladas made with bison meat. And they were really good. So I kind of want to bring Sawsbuck enchiladas. So I don't know how you guys prefer how to have enchiladas. I'm a green sauce lady myself, but we're going to prepare these enchiladas by grinding up some Sawsbuck meat and seasoning it with all of your appropriate Mexican seasonings. And, you know, we'll cook the meat in advance and then assemble your enchiladas in those big casserole dishes with corn tortillas, not flour. I'm a corn tortilla lady for the rest of my days, okay? Corn tortillas or die. You're going to put corn tortillas, Sawsbuck meat, some cheese inside, but also sprinkled on top. You're going to sauce it up with some salsa verde. And you pop it in the oven for like 20 to 30 minutes at 375. I don't know oven times, but that's my guess. And voila, you got yourself some enchiladas. I usually top mine with sour cream. You can do whatever you want. I'm not picky, but I definitely, with like a good salsa verde, just like a little bit of sour cream, the tangy and the like sour, it hits. So that's what I have, and just... Thank you for all the laughs for like the last 3 years, and I'm looking forward to more live streams and Pokemon Smash or Pass in the future. I'm gonna try and like organize it so that all 4 of you guys can show up, because I want to hear all your opinions, but it's open to anyone who, you know, wants to have fun and, you know, just share some chaotic opinions. And if you guys pass on Lucario, you're wrong. Okay. Anyway, that's all I have. Bye.
That she mentioned in the Discord earlier about possibly putting together a community event where we all
community
play.
Smash or Pass.
Yes. But here's the thing: is that this isn't the only time I've heard people talk about this specifically. It's a thing that's going around.
It is a quote thing.
Yeah, well, it's like I've seen it pop up on TikTok and like another gaming podcast I listened to. It was kind of like a live stream situation, and people in the chat was like, "Do a Pokemon Smash or Pass." kind of situation to the host. It's like,
Oh my god.
Those hosts said they thought the Vaporeon was the sexiest Pokemon. So it'll be interesting.
Oh.
It'll be interesting the variety of opinions that exist. All right. What's our next voicemail? Is from Ed. Ed, you get to hear your own voice. Excited? Here we go.
Hello, Icy Crew. This is Ed here, and this is my little recipe submission for our 3-year birthday anniversary spectacular. When I found out that this was going to be on...
Oh no, I ruined it.
Oh.
Hold on, I'll fix it again.
Came
I can't
clear as
click
day
things
to me.
apparently.
What is St. Patrick known for? Kicking the snakes out of Ireland. So today we're going to be making some snake amon katsu, related pretty heavily by the fact that I made tofu katsu for myself tonight. So today we're actually going to be cooking Ekans, Arbok, Gyarados, Ditto by proxy, Dratini, Dragonair, Furret. Furret's a little too close. Onyx, Steelix.
I don't know what that means.
Linoon, same category as Furret. Survivor, Barboach, Milotic, Huntail, Gorbis, Beldum, Rayquaza, Serperior, Electric, Electros, Skrelp, Degralgi, Sliggoo, Silicobra, and Sandaconda. I did go through the list and I counted all of the snake ones. If you wanted to know the number, I got 24.5 if you're counting Ditto as half. There are some other ones in there that kind of have legs, but I thought they've had it too good for too long, like Linoon and Furret. As much as I love them, we're eating them today.
Yeah, hold on.
The easiest way.
So is he just counting like all snakes as like any Pokemon that doesn't have legs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ben, you name another animal that isn't a fish that doesn't have legs.
Those newts.
Okay, I guess I see. I guess I see the logic, but anyway, I don't know if I'd consider those fish Pokemon to be snakes.
Diving back.
To do this, we're going to throw all of our mons into the mulcher. I simply cannot resist a chance to use the mulcher. We're going to throw them all up into the mulcher, make some ground snake. We're going to make this ground snake into some like little fillets. We'll cook them, then we'll batter them, put some panko on them, then fry them up. Serve with some rice and some like chopped oddish, maybe some like petalil, some pan sage sprouts, and we're gonna have just a nice dinner. We'll make some katsu sauce. Usually just use ketchup, so you can kind of just like squeeze an oddish out. Add some soy sauce and some sesame oil. So maybe you could use some sun kernel oil. Not quite the same, but hey, when you're in Johto, But this is what we're gonna be. We're gonna throw all of these mons into the mulcher. It's gonna need to be actually a significantly big mulcher because we want to throw them all in at the same time. And one of them is Rayquaza. Rayquaza is pretty big. And because we don't want all of our like little fillets. We don't want a fillet to be like half Beldum and like half electric. That's just gonna taste like shit. We want all of the mons in every last tasty bite. So we need to make sure that we get like the biggest mulcher that we can, so we can throw all of these in there at once. So we can cook them up. This is Ed signing off with my recipe for a 3-year anniversary.
I like that the end of that is just we grind them up, and that's it. Throw them in the mulcher. Oh, jeez. Woo. I want to say that Connor in the comments is making sure we get translations into Irish for this section of the show. All right, our next voicemail is from a friend of the show, couldn't join us tonight, but constant writer-inner, Pokemaniac Chris, or Chris from New Zealand. Chris, take us away.
Hi, hello. This is Chris from Pokemaniacal. This is really my voice. This is what I sound like. This is happening.
I had no idea.
I got my wires crossed at some point and didn't realize there was also going to be a regular episode this week. I thought this was going to be the Darumaka episode. So I'm going to offer you my Darumaka recipe now and then try to say some nice things. I'm a big believer in contrast in food. Sweet and salty, spicy and creamy, hot and cold, soft and crunchy. Dishes that come at you from two directions at once. So to cook and eat darumaka, I'm going to propose 2 paired dishes that do exactly that. Hot and cold darumaka dumplings made with fiery Univan darumaka and chili Galarian darumaka. The first of these is a traditional Univan recipe. The main components of the filling are minced darumaka meat and a bit of shredded dwebble. Think of it like a Cantonese pork and prawn dumpling. That's flavored with maractus seeds and nectar, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of ginger, sometimes some powdered sigil of scales. The dumplings themselves are decorated to look like darumaka, with the wrappers dyed red with a little bit of food-safe crawdaunt shell. Then you stick on some little hands and horns made from dried orange peel and a couple of whole cloves for the eyes. And then you serve them floating in a spicy broth. And recipe 2 is a cold, sweet Galarian version of that, where the dumplings are more like ice cream mochi. You make the ice cream by blending darumaka's snowy body and icy horns with alchemy cream and the yolks from a couple of ice cube eggs, plus a healthy dose of vanilla. You wrap up bowls of the ice cream in some rice dough wrappers, and once again decorate them to look like darumaka, this time using candied violets. And again, we serve these in a kind of soup. A sweet, clear broth flavored with gossifleur nectar, a few slices of poached appleton, and some seasonal berries. As for the obligatory LaCroix pairing, you know what? We're living dangerous here on this one. We're going hibiscus. Happy anniversary, boys. I'm sorry I'm not in the live chat right now. I'm busy tonight. But should I reminisce? I'm going to assume you said yes. I think I found this show, it would have been late in 2019. And what I remember is that I had written something for Poke Jungle where I reverse engineered one of the curry recipes for Sword and Shield. But I think Ben commented on the Twitter post, and either they tagged the I Choose Pod account or their bio at the time mentioned the podcast or something. And I saw it and I thought, what the hell? And I think the Scizor episode was the first one to listen to. Then after the Crobat episode, I made some shitty MS Paint fan art of a purple capsicum with Crobat wings, and I sent it to you. Because in New Zealand, we call them capsicums, not bell peppers. Then my first recipe was for the Delibird episode. And here we are. I have written now over 70 recipes. I have a problem. You are enabling me. Because where else could I combine my 2 favorite hobbies, namely cooking and shitposting about Pokemon? And I like to think I am also enabling you in my own small way. It's nice in the pandemic age to be able to join in regularly on this creative space that you have. And as long as we're here, I'd like to say that I'm glad to have Ben in my life as a friend as well, even if we've never actually met in person. So, 145 down, 753 to go.
I think we're going to die before we get on.
Did you miss so much did you hear the LaCroix crack?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that was crisp. I thought that was one of you guys.
I know.
I thought it was someone else, too.
I'm deaf. That was excellent.
We're going to continue our travels in the South Pacific with Amy's voicemail. Amy is from Australia, so this is fun. We're a very international show here at I Choose You.
Here we go.
Hello, Icy Boys. Amy here. So, not sure if I'll be watching this live stream as it happens, as I'm pretty sure I'll be in the office, but I do, of course, still want to say happy 3 years of the podcast, and thanks so much for all the great laughs this year. The precious show-related memory that I want to share was on my way home from my very first bushwalk of 2022. I had this really surreal moment while I was watching this brush turkey try to cross the road. And I was just taking in the voices of these 4 random blokes discussing a bloody Moltres turducken recipe. It definitely felt some kind of surreal. The bird did manage to cross safely though, and here I am, still catching up to all the episodes. Cheers from your #1 fan from this side of the world, a title that I'll claim now that I know Pokemaniac Chris isn't in New Zealand right now. And I do just have to say, before I go, Jeremy, this is what an Aussie accent sounds like. Anyway, thanks guys. Bye.
They're told. Oh my god, I love this so much.
I didn't know we would attract such a large audience from the South Pacific. It's something you can't anticipate going forward when you start a podcast.
Oh, they're listening, Jeremy. They're always listening.
Yeah, we have a lot of listeners outside of America. We have Cupcake Dex in Canada, who's a fan and friend of the show. We have some people in the Discord from like Scotland and obviously Australia.
I feel bad for the person in the Discord who's from Scotland who couldn't listen because it's like 1 a.m.
Oh yeah, that would have been good.
I do have some more stuff from Amy that they sent via email if you'd like me to share.
All right.
Go for it.
There's like some highlight. They actually wrote us a very sweet and very long email about some of their favorite moments. I'll hit some of the quick points, but I thought some of this was kind of funny. The IC podcast has brought me so much joy with its great quality from the very beginning, which is questionable. I genuinely listen to it day and night. I use it to fall asleep on a sleep timer and then re-listen to the episode in the morning on my way to work. My office uses my Spotify account for its iTunes, so to get around this, once I'm at work, I separately stream the iTunes pod on Google Podcasts instead, just to avoid the man.
Good.
I do want to mention that the main culture barrier I face as a listener, especially as a former dental clinic staff member, which I don't really know what that has to do with anything, was the almost pathological obsession with from 3/4 of the team with LaCroix from the very start. It threw me more at first because, having not heard of it, I assumed it was alcoholic.
Do they not actually have it in New Zealand? Did we discuss this?
We discussed this. They do, but it's not as popular. I think it's not as like name brand. I think. I quickly got through it though. Got used to it though. I needed to remind myself that unlike me listening to at least one episode per day, these podcasts were recorded on a weekly schedule, so it wasn't actually as bad as it sounded. And then she goes on to include some highlights, which are the Blossom episode, which I remember being a tense moment between Jeremy and Ian about the Cleffa episode where we found the dying words of Arch West, the CEO of the Dorito company. Flavor blasted. Let's see what else in here.
You can buy that sticker on our store.
Yes,
that's true. Yeah, I choose you.menu. Where some the Whiskash episode, there was a discussion about Vegemite, and she says that as an Aussie, I'm nationally obligated to defend Vegemite, but you cannot spread it liberally in bold text. You need to thinly spread it on top of a fresh buttered toast, and do not underestimate the flavor packs a punch. I literally have a jar in my fridge from pre-pandemic times, and I'm still finishing it. Makes reference to the Polkadala Holla segment, the deceased, short-lived
we might bring
moment.
It back.
It will be revived.
If the fans demand Polkadala Holla, we will put in the effort to return Polkadala Holla.
Yes, we will. It'll come back very soon. And the other moment that they recognize is the LaCroix Jello moment from the Cubone episode.
Nice.
Which
where Ian
will definitely go down in
his
my
cooking
memory
professor
as well.
mad.
Yes.
Anyways, as you can tell, I've had a blast listening to the show. I've recommended it. And I even accidentally assumed an acquaintance was a listener. He wasn't. But after I messaged him for the first time out of the blue, I found out that thankfully he was a Pokemon fan too, and linked him to the podcast.
Great.
So thank you so much. And she also said,
Amy's catching up.
Well, yeah.
In the chat, Amy is catching up, and they are distraught that Polkadala Holla is gone.
Oh no, Amy, spoilers.
Rip. I think we just lost a listener.
Well, we gotta do something about this.
I mean, Ben, if we have any of the files, give them to me, and I'll just play one after the show.
I'm pretty sure they might be in Google Drive.
I'll find it.
Yeah. We'll try to load that up for you guys. But that's the dispatch from Amy. The whole update. And next, I believe it's Connor.
Yeah. Yes.
I just want to say, I think the connection with LaCroix in the dentist office is, I bet, you know how like in most parts of the world, like root beer flavor is associated with cough syrup.
Do you think they used
Ian,
LaCroix?
I don't know that.
Oh well, it's true. A lot of parts of the world, root beer is the flavoring they use for cough syrup, and so a lot of Europeans like don't understand why we like root beer because they have never had it like in beverage. So I assume like maybe in like New Zealand, LaCroix is the flavor of like the laughing gas that they give people.
Okay, so we got to clear this up. Amy's from Australia.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Let's hear Connor's voicemail.
Dilgy.
Oh, is it gonna play? Here we go. Maybe not.
I have to refresh the page.
Dilgy, agus falte chug I choose you on Podchuela for Chokaracht agus ihe Pokemon.
I was like,
I
what is
have
happening
no recipe
right now?
today, but I think this will still be a fun addition to the mail horde. Since this icy anniversary is taking place on St. Patrick's Day, and I'm nearing the end of my Irish language course, I thought it might be nice to teach all the choosies out there in Radio Land a little icy-related Irish. If there are any fluent Irish speakers out there, I apologize for my pronunciation. Talmud Fowlum. The Irish word for podcast is podchuela. The Irish word for food is bia, and the word for recipe is idus. Is prata a diglet means diglet is a potato. Conasa into karig is how do you eat a rock? Presupposition would be raverocken. LaCroix would remain untranslated, but the generic phrase sparkling water would be ishke sulinach. To say, gotta cook 'em all, asclealga, say, chag tu iad goler a chokaracht. Turkey is turkey, duck is lacha, and chicken is shikeen. So, in honor of the first recipe ever presented on I Choose You, I give you the Irish word turlacheen, meaning turducken. La brehesona, I Choose You, happy birthday. Agus la illa podrig fri vashel leave, and happy St. Patrick's Day. Slán go fóill. Oh, one more thing. It's pronounced Worcestershire.
Nice.
Got him.
Look, I'm going to be roasted for my bad Australian accent, then we can all be roasted for being unable to pronounce a certain type of sauce that you put on meals. All right, we have one
really
more
cool,
voice.
Though. I kind of hope that, like, by the time the fans take over this show, we better have, like, Diglett is a potato translated into every fucking language or something.
Yeah.
You know.
The world must know.
Well, I mean, I bet Diglett is a potato is a very useful phrase to know in Irish. So when I go back to Ireland, I can tell everyone there that. That's true. All right. We have one last voicemail.
All right.
And Ben, can you tell us a little bit about how this voicemail got sent to us?
It was very last minute, literally like an hour before this live stream started. And it was sent in by someone named Soren, who is a new writer-inner. And their parent joined our Discord and said, hey, did you guys get my kid's voice memo? So that's a little awkward. This is an explicit podcast, as I'm sure you all know. But we have the parents' permission to, they were excited for us to play this on our stream. So we are going to do that. And this is Soren, who I will say gives it their all on this one.
All right, here we go.
Hi, I Choose You gang. Birdkeeper Soren here. Today I'm going to be making a recipe, so let's get the random number generator. Pokemon 612. Haxorus, the axe jaw Pokemon. Let's cook it up. So, I'm going to do this on the spot. First, we chop its head off at the neck, which I assume would be slightly softer than the rest of it. So you take its head, then you cut up the rest of the leathery meat, and let's see what we can make with lizard. Lizard recipes. Deep fried lizard and fries. What is that? No, that's a picture of a deep fried lizard who accidentally got fried next to fries.
Are they like Google
I'm
imaging
not doing
things
that.
as they?
Okay, this looks better. Green lizard recipe. So after cutting up the meat with its own head, let's take chunks of it and deep fry it. Yeah.
Yes.
So we have some chunks of deep fried Taxosaurus meat, and then we'll need to put some seasonings on it. So let's grind up some Axu horns, so it's unevolved form, and chop off its tusks and grind them up, and let's season the meat with that, and then we'll make a little salad out of some grass types. So let's do some Budu and Bulbasaur. So we'll take the Bulbasaur bud and peel all the leaves away, and that can be like lettuce, and then Sunflora. Yeah, you pluck a Sunflora's face apart.
Nice.
Don't mind the streaming, and then you season your Haxorus with Axu tusks, and then a side of Bulbasaur and Sunflora salad. So there's my random recipe. I hope you enjoyed it. I really like your podcast. So to quote Gary Oak, smell you later.
Nice. That's incredible.
Well done.
Isn't that amazing? Like they were just, and like I cut it down a little bit, but like they were on it. It was like within 3 minutes or something that they were like typing out, and
I gotta say, I mean that's basically like what's going on in my head as I'm talking through my recipes. So
we're no
Google
different.
it and you're like, oh, this looks weird though. That didn't stop you from going to Trigv Load's website.
Yeah.
Wow. Excellent. Thank you so much for sending in your voicemail. Really, really, really appreciate that. Got to hear your voices. Everyone got to revel in the diversity of people that enjoy cooking and eating Pokemon. We've got one last segment of the show. I know it's been a long show, but this is a special episode. Ben, I heard you've got a quiz for us. Can you tell us about that?
I can, yes. So, inspired by the conversations that I've been having with all of y'all as it pertains to Kingdom Hearts, there's been much shenaniganery. Shenaniganery is what the word I'm looking for around the characters and storyline of Kingdom Hearts, and I put together a little quiz that is going to test your ability to guess between these convoluted names for things. So I have Pokemon, I have Kingdom Hearts characters. There is a Kahoot that is currently open with a game pin displayed on this screen that I'm hoping that you're seeing, and we will get to playing in just a second. I also have some context and like Pokedex entries to contextualize some of these characters as well.
Yes, well, the Kahoot is on the screen now. So I will say there is a delay between what we're actually doing and the actual stream. So we'll let this get loaded up, and the Kahoot will get everyone on the phone at the same time so that they can vote. But there will be a delay between when the actual thing and the live stream. So use your phones or your computer as the basis, not necessarily what you're seeing on the stream. So we've got
go into the bathroom.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Have fun. All right.
I will also say that, like, yeah, the delay is gonna definitely be harder for the listeners, but I think that the listeners know more about Pokemon and Kingdom Hearts collectively than the three of you guys.
Very true.
So I'm accounting for that. I think they're gonna be lightning quick. And you guys might need some extra time.
While we wait, can I play some Pokedala Hala ads?
Yes.
Yes.
So while Ian's using the bathroom, I'm gonna crack open my second adult beverage.
Ho.
And you can give us what ad are you playing right now?
Oh, it'll be a surprise.
Oh, okay.
Wait, but I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to hear it because Ben is sharing his screen.
Oh yeah.
Damn it.
Just tell us when it's done and we'll laugh.
All right.
This episode of I Choose You is brought to you by Taco Beldum. Just like with your Pokemon, you want to trade up in flavor and down in cost, and Taco Beldum is the perfect place to do it. Come in and try your favorites like the Doritos Ludicolo Tacos and the Munchlax Supreme. Or maybe you're feeling spicy. Try something off their new value menu like the 5-layer Burmy Burrito or the loaded Natu Nacho Taco. With their signature hot sauces ranging from mild Charmander to fire hot Charizard, the possibilities are endless. And make sure you wash it all down with a Baja Beldum Berry Blast. Best of all, Taco Beldum is teaming up with DoorDash, so you don't even need to leave the couch.
Actually, wait.
Whatever your cravings, Taco Beldum will satiate and satisfy. Taco Beldum. Think outside the ball.
I've never actually watched like alright, this is probably not true, but I don't regularly watch like streamers online. Do they like have a bottle under the table where they piss? Like, or do they pause? Like,
oh, I'm sure there's a bottle involved.
Because they don't stop, right?
I think usually people just use the bathroom, but they have it like kind of regimented out. So it's like, oh, look, it's, in 3 hours I need to pee, so I'll just go kind of situation.
Interesting.
Am I back in? Oh, there we go. I'm back in. I'm gonna play one. I'm gonna play one more, but I'm gonna hijack the screen sharing so we can listen to this one.
All right.
Question is, can I kick Ben out of it? There we go. 1 sec. All right, we'll do this one. It's been a little bit.
Buffalo Wild Wings, hell yeah.
Wow, this Pokemon match is red hot. The only thing that could make it better would be if it went into overtime.
I think we can do that.
Best game ever!
At Buffalo Wild Wings, the fun never stops. Get your classic flavors like honeycomb beef barbecue, original buffalo, and lemon pepper. Looking for a challenge outside the gym? Try your hand at our signature Blaziken Wings challenge and test your strength. Eat 60 wings in 9 minutes and get your mug on the Hall of Fame. Plus a free t-shirt as supplies last. Buffalo Wild Wings. Pokey Wings, Pokey Beer, Pokey Sports.
That one was good. I forgot about that.
Dude, we did some good ones.
I mean, we're so funny.
All right, have we reached maximum capacity on this?
I think so. We have 12 people in, and I think that's what the amount of people who are watching is. So,
Ben, can you move your mouse around on the screen before we get going, so I can just double check if it's actually working or not? Because I did hijack the screen share, so you might have to just share again.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. Yep. Okay.
Oh, it's starting.
Oh, we're in.
Can you see it? Okay,
Yes.
so I will narrate for the listeners who are listening to this. The first question is, which of these is the Kingdom Hearts character? And the options are Landorus, Ventus, or Thunderous.
There's a guy thinking that he posted a picture of.
Oh
Yes,
boy.
there's lots of stock images of people thinking.
Because this is going to be a pretty hard quiz.
The hard part is people can't see the
Oh, wow.
question on their phones. They can only see
Oh,
it.
Shit. Yeah. Well, that sucks.
You can post
Yeah,
it
we
in
didn't get.
post it in the chat.
It's
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Oh man.
Yeah. I guess I didn't account for the timing on this being so screwy, but
Yes.
Anywho, okay. The answer was Ventus. And
Hold on, before we move on, is there any way? Because I don't know if anyone could get it.
Oh well, okay. Yeah, maybe.
Make the timer super long.
Yes.
How long can you make the timer, Ben?
I can make it longer for sure. Give me one moment.
I feel like a
Except I'm
minute.
gonna stop sharing my screen and you guys can vamp for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about quiz delay.
What can you do? You know what's interesting is when I do these with my kids, like at the end of the semesters or quarters or whatever, as like a fun little like quiz, and they get a lollipop if they win. The game pins are like way shorter for the education side of things, which I'm thankful for because you guys got it way faster than the kids. And congrats on no one doing like Candace or D's. I have to kick him out, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fucking call your mom. Like, what do you want?
So Connor was saying it's about a 37-second delay.
Oh well, yeah. There's 30 seconds in between each question, so that would suck. So sorry about that. Kahoot is deciding to just fully not work right now. It was too much. So,
Can't we just post the question, like type it out in the chat?
Oh, we could.
I don't know. Someone would have to be very fast at typing.
If someone's got quick fingers.
I mean, it doesn't take 30 seconds to type it out.
Do you want to copy paste, and then we can put it in the YouTube poll?
Do a screen share. I could take a screenshot really quickly.
Yeah, that's probably pretty good.
If you want to try that. I
And
don't
then
know. Wait, can we post pictures in the YouTube chat?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna extend all of the questions to 1 minute.
Okay.
And Jeremy, in the audio version of this, maybe we can cut all this. This is not very fun to listen to.
That's fine. Well, whatever. It's whatever. It is what it is. It's supposed to be happy fun times.
Thanks to Toda Tip for naming themselves Bofa. I haven't heard that before.
Yeah, I mean, now that you mention that, we have to restart. You're gonna see all of those start to come out.
Which
Ben, can you screen share again?
Once I'm done changing the minutes, yeah.
Here, I'll leave the fans with this in the meantime. There we go.
With what?
Oh, you just got to watch the stream to find out.
One of those had to be there moments.
Yeah.
I need to, for the record, like, Candace, fucking hilarious. I was talking to Grace yesterday because she was like on a conference call with someone named Candace, and I was like, you know how like when you meet someone, it's like, oh, like Grace, what a beautiful name. Like, do you think if you met like a Candace in real life, you'd be like, oh, Candace, what a funny name?
Wow.
I don't think I could say that to a person in real life.
Yeah, it's a little rude.
No, it's fucking. I think it's fucking funny. But when the kids do it, it's like I feel like the Crashmore Santa, where it's like, I don't care about it. It's just bad behavior. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, Ben. What's the situation?
I am turning down the music and I'm sharing my screen.
All right.
Turn the music off. The lights. All right.
Okay.
We're back.
Can everyone see this now?
Yes. I can, but it's not up on the stream yet.
The stream will get there.
Yeah. Okay, but this should work this time.
Yes.
All of the questions have 1 minute remain for the entirety of it. So, and you guys get a freebie because you already saw the first one. So, I expect no complaints going forward.
Oops. New game.
It needs to be like this needs to be like the Jack in the Box games where they have the question on the phone.
Yeah, there's probably a better way to do this.
And do we, since we're seeing it like the Angry Beavers,
who is Boyo? Do you think?
I don't know, but I think I already know that person is gonna win this quiz because that is not a, I wouldn't say it's a deep cut, but every time that Goofy does a certain move, he goes Boyo, and it echoes in my brain while I'm trying to sleep.
Okay.
Okay. So
All right.
I think we're ready now, so we can start.
Yeah.
But so should we wait to respond, or we just go in?
No, you can just
go for it, dude. There's going to be a whole minute's worth of time for us, and I guess 30 seconds or so for the listeners.
Yeah, they only have 20 seconds. I know the answer to this one.
I wasn't paying attention, so here we go.
Again, the first question is which of these is a Kingdom Hearts character, and the options are Landorus, Ventus, or Thunderous.
8 answers already. People are ballsy.
I will
this
say
is the same as the first round.
I know.
Yeah. I tried to give you guys some trick questions in this. Kahoot wouldn't let me. They wouldn't even let me do any trick questions. So
I feel
okay,
bad.
obviously everyone knows this one. This is what Ventus looks like. He's got a fucking sick ass keyblade that's like backhanded.
I love the Google Doc.
I couldn't think of a better way to do this.
I like that you spent like your afternoon posting JPEGs in a Word document.
That's what I did. I'm unemployed now, Jeremy. I don't have to have a real job. So a little background on Ventus, of course, better known as Ven by some of his friends. Obviously Ventus was sent to the Keyblade graveyard and forced to fight Neo Shadow Heartless using darkness so that the X-Blade, otherwise known as the Keyblade, could be forged. Ventus, unable to use the darkness, was knocked unconscious. It goes on and on. Let me see.
What game is Ventus from?
This is from the Birth by Sleep prequel series.
Okay.
Or prequel game, I guess. And then the damage done to Ventus's heart by Xehanort, and later when the Keyblade is destroyed, leaves his heart severely damaged. Both times Sora's heart reaches out to mend Ventus's heart. At the end of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Ventus's body lies comatose in the Chamber of Waking as his heart is sleeping with Sora, where it can mend and heal, to be returned to Ventus once it has done so.
Oh, okay. If you say
All
so,
right.
that sounds like some sort of hot fan fiction.
It kind of is.
All right.
So moving on to the next question. Let's see. All of
Colorado
you got it right,
River.
so I don't give a shit.
Wow.
So the next question is, which of these is a Pokemon? And the options are Calyrex, Demix, or Luxord.
Oh, jeez.
You made all three of these up, right?
Yeah,
I
this is
have
all
already told you there are no trick questions. All of these have a correct answer, and there
That's
are
so
no multiple correct
ridiculous.
answers.
Oh, jeez. Jeez. I don't
Again, the
know this
options
off the
are
tips of my head.
Calyrex, Demix, and Luxord.
Are one of these also a Kingdom Hearts character?
The only there's only Pokemon and Kingdom Hearts characters in this entire quiz.
Wow, so two of these are actual Kingdom Hearts characters.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
Oh,
shit. Okay, this is a lot more split than I thought.
I
So
gotta dig deep.
so 5 people got it right. This is what Calyrex looks like.
What the fuck is that?
right.
Nice.
God damn it.
It's a weird little deer, bipedal deer with a fucking big ass broccoli coming out of its head or something.
Oh, why have we cooked that?
I thought it's a bunny rabbit.
What gen is this? What gen is it from?
This is from the Crown Tundra DLC for Sword and Shield.
This is definitely a deep pull because it's not just a legendary from like a recent game. It's from the DLC of a recent game. So unless you're into that, you will have to. You wouldn't know it.
Which I was into that. The DLC is really good. I definitely recommend it.
I have not played it, but Ben speaks highly of it, so maybe I'll check it out one day. I won't. I'm too busy.
Was good fun.
Yes.
But obviously, you all failed this test. Unless did anyone get it right?
No, I got it wrong.
Okay. Okay, next question. Let's see who did get it right and who is up on the leaderboards. Duchess Taco, COT.
Duchess Taco, Ed, and Kiut. I'm keeping an eye on chat to see who's actually knows the answer and who's just guessing.
Yeah, please no. Well, definitely guessing. No Googling, please.
Yeah, Googling. Now, they answered quick enough that no one was Googling.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's keep on going. The next question is, which of these is a Pokemon?
Okay.
And there are 3 options. There is Zemnis, Zygarde, and Xurkitree.
Are you kidding me?
The answer to this one.
All of these are only Pokemon or Kingdom Hearts characters. One of these is, in fact, a Pokemon. The options are Zemnis, Zygarde, and Xurkitree.
It's time for me to retire.
This is ridiculous. I love the ones that you group together. This is great.
I also like this picture of this guy like staring out a window with like his coffee at work.
Oh, Jeremy, the stock images are just about to get more and more based, as you'll see. So
Yes.
Obviously, it looks like the listeners really knew on this one. Xurkitree is a quote-unquote ultra beast, and it looks like
Holy
this.
shit.
Oh my god.
That's some dominatrix shit.
One of the entries is, it appeared from the ultra wormhole. It raided a power plant, so people think it energized itself with electricity. I didn't know anything about this, but
Yeah, this is
bizarre.
From Ultra Sun and Moon, if I'm remembering correctly.
Crap.
Okay. Let's see. Who's going up on the leaderboards? Trex is hot.
Ooh, on
3
fire.
correct answers in a row, and well, I guess that is basically everyone in this top 10, I think. Or the top 4. Ed is taking the lead.
I will say the only reason I got that last one correct is I knew that Zemnis and Zygarde were Kingdom Hearts characters.
Oh yeah, you mentioned Zygarde before.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see what happens next. Which of these is a Kingdom Hearts character? There's only 2 to choose from, so you have a 50-50 chance, okay? This is, which is the Kingdom Hearts character, and the options are Zexion and Necrozma. Necrozma? Necrozma.
God damn it.
Necrozma makes me think of, for some reason, like I feel like that would be used in some Pokemon equivalent of like, do you like dragons?
Mm-hmm. And as you can see, I'm hoping at this point that you're feeling like this person right here,
Yes.
ready to take their glasses off.
Taking their glasses off.
What?
Zexion is the correct answer.
Ooh, I got that wrong.
Let's see who went on. Oh, and I'll show you a picture of
Please.
Of Zexion.
Oh shit! The
That's a big
fucking
book.
hot topic, man.
Wow. This fucker with the book.
Yeah.
So
That's a
as we all know, Zexion, the quote cloaked schemer, is the capital N nobody of Lenzo, and rank 6 of Organization 13. He weaves illusions to fight for him. Unlike the other organization members, Zexion's weapon was originally unknown, and his talents were only used outside of normal combat. In Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, Zexion's weapon was revealed to be a book called a lexicon.
Oh
my god. Wow. Kingdom
One other
Hearts people really know what they're talking about.
One thing about Zexion is, like Riku, Zexion has the ability to identify the, quote, sense of others with great accuracy and at great distances. The scent he smells may be based off other things than mere odor. It is affected by presence of darkness in the heart, an entity's power in the castle, and other factors.
I could see like a crossover where he's the protagonist in Pokemon Coliseum.
Yeah, Gale of Darkness.
That could work.
Also, I've never seen any piece of clothing that zips from the top down.
Well, here's the thing about Kingdom Hearts. They all have so many zippers.
There's a lot of zippers going on.
Too many zipper.
All right, moving on. We are halfway through. There are 10 questions in this quiz. So the next question is, which of these is a Kingdom Hearts character? And there's a picture of a guy with a very large pencil. The possible answers are Nihiligo, Meloetta, Nagonadel, and Ephemer. So for those listening, the options are Nihiligo, Meloetta, Nagonadel. I don't know how to.
These are all made up.
Ephemer.
I honestly, I don't know.
Why does the pencil not have an eraser?
Good question.
Because he's so certain. He's so certain about the answer.
Oh, okay. So we're kind of split on this one, and I was kind of hoping because I don't even know who this character is.
Oh, great.
This Ephemer is the correct answer, and this is what they look like.
Nice.
They kind of look like the kid from like How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh yeah,
That's
they do.
true.
But let's see, what is Ephemer's deal? Okay, so he is one of the characters during the time when the ancient Keyblade War appears, and he reappears in Kingdom Hearts 3 to aid Sora.
Spoilers.
Ephemer constantly seeks to discover the truth behind the gathering of Lux and the structure of the world. He displays a high level of curiosity. Despite the Book of Prophecies being highly restricted, he desires to have knowledge and truth, even talking to one of the foretellers, most notably Ava, as both have a casual conversation by the fountain in Daybreak Town.
Oh, if you say so.
I have a question for the fans. Do you think I could pull off a tiny jacket like that?
A tiny jacket like this?
Yeah,
Ooh.
that only goes up to like your rib cage or something.
Yeah.
Like a little crop top
Do it.
jacket.
Leather bomber jacket, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a look, honestly.
Well, I mean, he is an anime protagonist, so you know he's just going to be stylish in some way or another.
I could totally see Michael Woods dressing like this.
Oh.
Yeah, that checks out.
That'd be great.
All right, looks
Michael
like
Woods is a friend
Ed,
of ours.
Duchess Taco, and Trex are just killing it right now.
Man,
Ian, Ian, you're doing pretty good.
I didn't know the answer for a few of them, and I've just been guessing, and I guessed poorly.
I'm at 11th place, if that tells you anything.
Oh no. All right. There is a couple more, and then there's one that's like a gimme that I just threw in there for fun. Okay. Which of these is a Pokemon? There are two options. The first one is Scold, and the second one is Skrelp.
And it has a picture of a guy who looks like he's gonna cry at his computer.
Yeah, he's looking very warily into his computer screen.
Watching the clock, ready to leave his 9 to 5.
That's what I looked like during parent-teacher conferences today.
Yeah. You have to you have to talk to the parents, and you're like, unfortunately, your child is a Kingdom Hearts character.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Woo! I got that one right.
Majority of people got this one right.
Damn
this
it.
is Skrelp, the seahorse Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Look, I wasn't 100% about it, but the fact that it had like what I thought was a kelp pun in it was like, oh, that's probably the Pokemon.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping to mix you up with like a skull pun too.
That's
though.
what I was going for.
Gotcha.
Damn it.
Okay.
According to Connor, his mom is getting all of these correct.
Is Connor's mom Ed? Maybe Ed's just super quick. I don't know. Okay, so it looks like Ed, Duchess Taco, and Trex still in the top 3. Let's see if these next couple questions will switch it up. So this next question is, which of these is a Pokemon? And the options are Zarude, Zaldin, or Strelitzia.
Zarude like Darude? Sandstorm? Oh, man.
I like this image, too.
I know.
Guy
It's
got
like
a book on his head.
It's like the main singer of Weezer in stock photos.
Rivers Cuomo.
Again, the options are Zarude, Zaldin, and Strelitzia. And the question is, which of these is a Pokemon?
Yeah.
So it looks like a lot of people guessed it right, which is Zarude.
Son of a.
Maybe I just know how Evan's mind works so well that I know how to get him.
Yeah, this is my brain hurts.
Let's see what the. Oh, I was gonna show you a picture. This is Zarude.
Ah, hell yeah! It's an evil
nice.
monkey.
I think also from the Sword and Shield DLC.
I remember someone making the Darude Zarude joke on Twitter when he was announced.
Yeah.
So Evan, you got me through that one. There's only one pair of footprints in the sand because you carried me.
On to the next question. This is a tricky one, okay?
Which is not a Kingdom Hearts character.
The question is, which of these is not a Kingdom Hearts character? And
so which one is a Pokemon?
Basically, which one of these is a Pokemon? But I wanted to confuse you, befuddle you. The possible answers are Lexeus, Larxene, Marluxia, or Zweilous.
Oh no. How
So one of
many
these
Kingdom
is a
Hearts
Pokemon?
characters are there?
There's so many. There's so many, and they all have Z's in them.
I've only played like 3 Kingdom Hearts games, and you play Kingdom Hearts 1, and you're like, there's Sora and Riku and that lady. Who's the girlfriend? Kyrie. And then you have the Disney characters. So it's like, oh, Donald, Mickey, Goofy, Maleficent, Pete, that kind of stuff. But then they're fucking like, oh, we just got to throw in all these other people that you have to keep track of.
That's when things get really interesting. Okay, so the correct answer was Zweilous.
God damn.
Zweilous. And it's this weird two-headed dragon thing.
Oh yeah. I knew that was the Pokemon, but I didn't remember what it looked like.
And then we're moving on to what I believe is the next real question.
Ooh.
Oh.
Or the last real question. And the question is, which of these is a Pokemon? The possible answers are Zygarde or Zygarde.
Oh, I got this one. I got this one.
I think I answered wrong.
Again, this is asking which of these is a Pokemon, and it is there are only 2 possible answers.
The chat is talking about which Pokemon they would smash or pass.
Oh shit! Things are getting out of control in the chat.
Yes.
Out of control. Where are the mods?
I am the mod, and I'm letting it happen.
Where were the mods?
When we needed them the most.
Zygarde and Zygarde are the possible. I knew that the fans would kill it on this. They don't even need to be paying attention. They can do this in their sleep.
Yes. I knew that Zygarde was, and I remember, is Zygarde an Organization 13 member?
I think actually Zygarde is a very obscure character from one of the mobile games or something. I didn't recognize it from anywhere.
Oh, he might actually be a Final Fantasy character who was in Kingdom Hearts, if I'm remembering correctly, but I could be wrong.
Okay, this is Zygarde.
What is that?
Yeah, I remember that one.
I feel like I remember this one because you have to collect all the little bits to make it form into this thing.
Right. Z move.
And the Z move, right? Okay.
Yeah. Now that's Sun and Moon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that was the last question that was worth points. So I kind of think that this might be our leaderboard: Ed, Duchess Taco, and Trex.
Good job, Ian. Out of the 3 of us, you got to be in the top 5. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Fighting for my life.
Gun to your head. So this next question is a gimme, but there's also no points on the board.
Oh,
so
give me points, Ben.
The question is, which of these is a Pokemon? And the answers are Sora and Zorua. And I mainly only included this for the picture and for the fact that these 2 words are incredibly similar. And only 2 letters off.
Well, look, what I'm saying is that when you're making a JRPG, which both Kingdom Hearts and Pokemon are, that they definitely have a feeling of we gotta name these people wacky things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And somehow they end up all kind of sounding the same. So the correct answer was Zorua, and this is it. It's very cute.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of
Yeah.
those in Arceus.
Yeah. So that is Pokemon or Kingdom Hearts. Let's see. I believe this is going to be Trex, and then followed by Duchess Taco COT.
Nice.
And Ed. Wow. So all of you guys got 10 out of 10, which means that probably everyone except for Ian in that top 5 got 10 out of 10 as well.
Wow.
That's
and
insane.
was just a little bit short on the timing.
Right. That was really
So
good,
that's all I got for you guys.
very nice.
Well, I
Well
think
done, Ben.
yeah, thanks for making that, even if it was a little hinky, but we appreciate it all the same. So let's actually wrap up. It's been close to 2 hours. So this will be I think this is our longest live stream. It's, because of all the voicemails and stuff like that, but that's okay. Thanks for everyone for joining us. It was a great time. One last plug for the donations. We'll put that in the chat, and make sure to pop that off while I finish doing the plugs for the show.
Oh, it's pumped.
All right. So this has been I Choose You, the 3rd anniversary spectacular. You can find our show on your favorite podcasting app, including Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, or your podcast catcher of choice. If you like our show, make sure to give us 5 stars on the Apple Podcasts or Spotify to help us go up the ranks. If you want more I Choose You goodness, then I suggest checking out our social media pages. I Choose Pod on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. It's very fun. You get to hang out with fellow choosies. If you'd like to share recipes, talk about memories, all that kind of stuff, do that on our pages. I Choose Pod at those locations. Lastly, but not leastly, our official website, ichooseyou.menu. It's got everything, a full episode archive, and a merch store designed by one Evan Aubrey, full of stuff like stickers, flavor blasted, pins, aprons, all that good stuff. All of that and more at ichooseyou.menu. Let's do plugs for us. You guys want to say anything before we head out?
Sure. You can follow me on Twitter at Ben C. Montoya. Tell me about your Kingdom Hearts obsessions. Let's talk. I'm into it.
Follow me on Instagram at musician Davis.
Evan?
I guess you could follow me too on Twitter at @E_Van Aubrey.
Excellent. You can follow me on Twitter at VelocityPrime1 for all that more goodness. And check out my writing at the-avocado.org, a quasi-official website that also retweeted us talking about anal glands today. So we always appreciate their support. the-avocado.org. I think that does it for us. Thank you so much for watching the live stream. We appreciate it. It's so good to have everyone hang out with us, especially on a holiday like St. Patrick's Day. It was a lot of fun. I'm so glad I got to hear all your voices. Thanks for the new listeners. Thanks to the old listeners. Thanks to everybody. I've been your host and Alton Brown of the group, Jeremy Zielik.
Thanks for listening, everyone. I'm your friend, Ben Montoya.
Thanks, Ian Davis, the Colorado River.
And Evan Aubrey.
And to all the choosies out there in Radioland, in a while, Totodile.
Nice. I'm going to play some more, now that we're done recording, I'm going to play some more ads.
There you go.
I Choose You After Dark.
Instead of hitting stop on my Zoom, I almost just ended the call.
Out of here.
That wouldn't have stopped the recording.
It's true.
Amy joined and donated $10. Thank you, Amy. All right, let me get my stuff going, and we're gonna play some more ads.
So, Ian, why don't you tell us about this week's sponsor? All right.
Would love to, Ben. Being in the pandemic, hard to, cook at home. I'm by no means am I a great cook. I don't think any of us are, really, as evidenced by the show, but sometimes you need your favorites. I've been really craving, in the words of Gordon Ramsay, some good fucking food. And that's why I need to present to you this week's sponsor, which is DoorAsh.
Okay, well, so can you tell us a little bit more about what DoorAsh does?
Sure. What DoorAsh does is they hire children between the ages of 10 and 12, and they do deliver you your favorite meals from your favorite restaurants around town.
And what sort of favorite restaurants would you normally frequent in the non-pandemic times that you would prefer to have delivered?
Well, I'm a busy guy. When I'm running between gigs, teaching, all that stuff, got to swing through the drive-thru, pick up my Burger Kingler.
You like to have it your way.
I love having it my way. So, Burger Kingler, guess what? DoorAsh delivers. I'm craving those gurky breadsticks. I need them. I gotta munch them down. Can't right now. Who can deliver it to me? DoorAsh. I get a little knock on my door. I open it up, and then there's a small child there, ready to deliver it for a nominal fee.
And how do these small children get around? Usually adults would drive cars, but I imagine that's a little outside of DoorAsh's abilities.
True. They do not give licenses to small children to drive automobiles.
Thank God.
They took a note out of, the Big Apple where you hail from. They ride bikes. And, of course, the mascot of the company, Ash Ketchum, famously rides a bike that he may or may not have stolen.
Okay. And what is there a way that I Choose You listeners can get a sweet deal from DoorAsh since they're sponsoring this week's episode?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Listeners, if you go to www.doorash.com and enter the code ICYBOYS, B-O.
What's up, Ben?
Are we still on?
Oh yeah, we're still going.
Okay. Is it okay if I respectfully leave? Because I
get the hell out of here.
Another thing.
Get the hell out of here.
No, go ahead.
Thank you all for being here and watching. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Okay.
We can
bye, guys. Love
stream,
you.
Whenever you guys
I'm gonna
want
do
to.
one more.
All right, I'll hang out with that.
What has 4 arms, 20 fingers, and will low sweep you off your feet? Machompendales.
Machompendales in Vermilion City is a Machamp-tastic sex god abs party that will make you lose your damn mind.
The champs bring down the house and on stage at their very own theater, the Pokemon Fan Club and Casino in Vermilion City.
They go hard every night and twice on weekends, so you and your friends can get some action whenever you need it.
Oh, yeah. Whether you're celebrating a bachelorette bash or your own sheer awesomeness, you can meet your party's match with the Mons of Machompendales. The Kanto Times calls it thought-provoking at best.
The Alola Sun says only for hardcore fans.
And Cosmopolitan Magazine remarks, better to keep your Pokemon fantasies on PokeHub. Machompendales.
Every night and twice on weekends at the Pokemon Fan Club.
Double Edge just took on a whole new meaning.
Oh, God. Oh, that one's my favorite by far. So good. All right. Should we call it?
All right. Yep. To the people watching on YouTube, we'll sign off for now. Thanks for watching, spending your evening with us.